And I'm Diana.
And welcome back to Warmer Sun Show. The Warmer Sun Show. Well, anyway, so today we'll be doing the Pie Face Challenge again, but it's a little bit differently. Diana, explain.
Okay, so the rules of the game is we're gonna play Pie Face, but it's gonna be like a trivia Pie Face. So Mr. Tamashimon will tell us questions
About robots.
and then he'll give us free answers, and we have to guess which one is correct.
For example, if it's a drone, does drones fly? Yes, no, maybe.
And if we say no, then we get a check mark.
Under your name, and then we see how many check marks you got that were wrong, and then we have to crank up the pie face.
Yeah.
Until you guess pies in the face.
Okay, so
yeah.
Let's start.
Rock, paper, scissors?
You can go first.
No, rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
Older.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh!
3 times.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors. Wait, I correct you. So 2. Rock, paper.
Winners go first. That's what our teacher said.
No!
Okay, go.
That's not fair. Okay, fine. I'll go first.
Okay, so again, all of these news are things that I found since our last show. So, all of these came out in about a week's time. The first one is about the usage of virtual reality. So, Walmart plans to train their employees using VR goggles. And
Oh no, I'm scared.
yeah, why? I don't know. But they think it's a good idea, so they bought a lot of VR goggles. The question is, how many VR goggles did Walmart buy
Oh,
to train their employees?
Oh!
250,
Okay.
1,500, or 17,000.
Guys, you should tell us below which answer is right, but I think it's the first one.
So they bought 250 VR goggles.
Yes.
Wait,
Are you locking in your answer?
Yes, I'm positive.
And then Diana, you're gonna pick too?
no, it's her turn.
Okay. Well, actually, they bought 17,000
What?
VR goggles.
No!
Let's put check mark.
Oh my god.
Okay,
But it like costs so much money.
Yeah.
unless they made it. Okay.
The next one,
That's for you.
another use of VR. It's actually really interesting. It's for people in hospital who are, feeling pretty bad, to help them to forget about themselves a little bit. So like switch off and just spend some time in VR, and that makes them feel better.
Maybe here. I hope you didn't mind that we were away for a second. Just like my dog was trying to hack out something. It didn't. Let's just say it didn't come out.
Okay. Continue.
But if you had been in VR, you wouldn't even have noticed. So these patients in a Canadian hospital spend time in VR so they can forget about being in a hospital, and it even helps them ease their pain. The question is, which Canadian hospital did this?
Okay.
Is it Vancouver, Calgary, or Toronto?
Okay.
I know. Wait. I don't think it's Vancouver. It might be Calgary or Toronto.
I have a
Okay.
feeling.
I think I'm close. I really feel like it's Toronto.
Are you locking that in?
No, I think it's Vancouver.
Vancouver?
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
No, Toronto. No, Calgary.
So which one?
1
All of them.
hour later.
I
I have a feeling I know what it is.
which one? I can't tell you. I think it's Calgary. No, but it's Vancouver. It's Vancouver.
Okay, you need to make up your mind.
Vancouver.
1 year later.
That's it?
Yep.
Final answer?
No.
What?
I think Toronto. Toronto. Final answer.
Actually, it was Calgary.
Oh, I knew it.
Then why did? Oh my god! It took her 2 years to decide the answer.
So the next,
this is mine.
About some interesting things of how we are progressing with biology.
Whoa, creepy human.
So this is about poaching elephants, right?
Oh.
When they cut off the tusk of an elephant, right? That's basically the big tooth. That's like a bone. You know how they call it?
Yeah, I do.
How?
Tusk.
When they carve it into like jewelry and stuff.
Carving to tusk.
Ivory.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So that's why there is poaching, right? Elephants supposedly protected, but people still want the ivory. So what they did is, whenever the police seized these tusks, they take DNA samples and they try to figure out which elephant families got poached and where they come from, so they could figure out how many large ivory cartels are really operating. So how many groups of poachers are doing all this damage to the elephant? That's the question. Is it really just 3 groups, 3 ivory cartels, or is it 25, or is it 100 different groups poaching the elephant?
I don't think it's 3 because most elephants are going extinct, but I don't feel like it's 100 because that's too much, and that makes me feel like we're doing bad things to them. So I'll go with 25. Locked.
Actually, it's just 3 large ivory cartels. And they are operating out of Mombasa, Kenya, Entebbe, Uganda, and Lomé, Togo. So just 3 poaching cartels. Hopefully we can stop them and save the elephants.
Save the elephants for shipping fun. Oh, by the way, I have a funny joke about elephants. Why do elephants never go to the swimming pool? Because they always lose their trunk.
The next one is even creepier.
Oh my!
So
scientists bring observed pig brain back to life.
Severe pig brain. So they butcher the pig.
Oh.
The pig is already turned into bacon.
Oh, okay.
But then they take the brain.
Oh, okay.
And they can bring the brain back to life without a body.
What?
We don't know what that brain is thinking. If it's feeling pain, if it's dreaming, or we have no idea really.
That's scary.
It's kind of. Yeah.
But what do you do with the brain? You just leave it in a jar and see it hundreds of years how the pig brain ever lived? Crazy.
They are researching something. I will put it in the show notes, and then if somebody is curious why the hell they are doing this, then you can read up on it. And right now the question is, for how long could they bring the brain back alive? 10 minutes? An hour? Or 36 hours? Is it possible that they took the brain out of a dead pig, brought the brain back alive, and the brain was alive for 36 hours? Or was it just 1 hour? Or was it just 10 minutes?
I don't feel like 36 hours could be possible yet. But I think 10 minutes will be like good. But like, I think it's an hour.
I don't think it should be an hour, honestly, like from my point of view, because like, if they just figured out how to put a brain on, I don't think they'll keep it on for a long time. So if I was for Diana, I think it'll be 10 minutes. A minute, like 10 minutes to an hour.
Which movie was it? Was the Alien movie, right? When they plug in the robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, eh.
I feel like it was 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I think it's 36 hours.
That's too long.
I think it's an hour. No.
Another year
Can I have
later.
2 guesses?
No.
One guess.
How about we get a hint?
We get 3 hints in the whole round.
No.
2 hints.
1 hint.
2.
1 hint and 1 answer.
No.
Yeah, 1 hint.
Okay, then I will use my hint. I think...
Oh, like 3 hints separately?
I think it's 10 minutes.
Well...
No, it's 36 hours.
36 hours.
No, you said 10 minutes.
Dang it.
Alright.
But that's so long. Oh no.
Now about electric cars. There were a lot of electric cars in the news.
That's a bus.
There was an electric bus. This company called Proterra makes electric buses. They got a big chunk of money invested. The different car makers, Mercedes makes an electric SUV, Audi, Aston Martin. So the question is, I took it for the blue car in the picture, the Audi. How long does it take to charge this? So that's the thing with electric cars, right? If you have a normal regular gasoline car, you go to the gas station, you fill it up, it takes like 5 minutes, you're done. With this electric car, to charge up the batteries, not even to 100%, to say 80%, how long does it take? Is it 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 3 hours?
I know. I know.
That sound doesn't help me concentrate.
Well, that's my guess.
So it's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and 3 hours?
So can you charge it up in 10 minutes?
No.
No, I think
30
hours? I mean,
30
3?
minutes.
No, it's 3
Half
hours.
an hour? Can you charge it up to like 80% in half an hour?
Yeah.
Or
That's how long it
do
takes
you
me to
take
charge.
like 3 hours to charge it up?
I think 3 hours is a lot, so I will say 10 is a little too little.
No, but that's a good number.
I think it's 30 minutes.
Correct!
Yo!
No, that was my answer.
And party, and party, and party, and party.
Okay.
This is
Oh my gosh.
an electric truck that is also
It has no lights.
self-driving. So there is no cab.
That is scary.
That's scary.
Why does it steer me like hello?
Doesn't have eyes.
Exactly.
That's scary.
Shaving foam.
Okay, one electric car company is even a unicorn.
Unicorn!
Do you remember what they call unicorn?
They call unicorns a really successful company.
That is valued more than $1 billion.
Whoa. So
Like Apple?
Yeah, Apple's a unicorn.
Apple's number valued $1 trillion. It's like
A rare unicorn.
1,000 billion.
I'm gonna put this on here.
It's called Lucid Motors. Looks very much like a Tesla, actually.
Is this going into my skin?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
it's so rare. I didn't wash it off.
let's go. Let's talk about plastic cleanup.
You don't see.
So,
What is that?
Oh, is that like some sort of
as
mushroom?
it turns out, there are certain types of fungi that can break down plastic molecules within weeks. So why is this so cool? The question is, how long does it otherwise take for plastic to decompose?
100 years.
Does it take a month? Does it take a year? Or more than 450 years.
Okay, I have a question.
How do it look?
So-
Awesome.
I have a question. So it's like, wait, what are the answers again?
So
it
if you
doesn't
leave
take
plastic
once a
like they
year or more than
put in
450.
the landfill, how long does it take until a plastic decomposes?
It's like fully decomposes?
Yeah.
I think a year. Actually,
year?
no.
Is it your turn now?
Yeah, it's my turn. I think it's actually more than, this is not my answer. I think it's more than 450 years to fully decompose. But, yeah, it's my answer.
I should be an
Yeah,
advertisement.
it's correct.
Yay!
So normally plastic items can take up to 1,000 years to decompose in landfills. The plastic bags that we use in our everyday life can take somewhere from 10 to 1,000 years. So I guess it really depends on what kind of plastic it is. Plastic bottles take about 450 years or more.
450 years?
So if they figure out how to grow some fungi in the landfill that decomposes the plastic in a couple of weeks, that's really awesome.
Yeah. Space.
Alright, space.
Yeah, I love space. I'm good with this. Japanese billionaire Saku Makizawa.
Yasuku.
Marisawa. I think I
The
pronounced
SpaceX's first tourist to moon.
So, Lilith, when is the trip? When's he gonna fly around the moon? Is it in 2023, 2024, or 2025?
Yeah.
That one is a hard question.
You told me about this.
No.
So,
You did.
Actually, he's not gonna actually land on the moon. They take him on a trip to fly around the moon, take some pictures.
Wait, so it's
come
20
back.
what? 2024?
23, 24, 25.
So how far
Oh!
are we from doing this, to shoot people on a private space flight to go around the moon?
I think the answer, I don't think it's 2023 nor 2025. I think it's around like, wait, so if I'm 12 and I will turn around like, I'm saying in my head, I'm old.
18
No.
in 6 years.
No. 4 years from now.
Alright. 3, 2,
2, 1. What's your answer?
2024?
2023.
No! I knew it! That was my answer.
Turn.
Right.
I have a beard.
The next one, this is pretty cool. Japanese landed 2 rovers on an asteroid.
What's a rover?
Like tiny little robot thingy, like Wall-E kind of thing.
Wall-E!
I think these are tinier.
I like Wall-E. Everybody loves Wall-E.
So they found an asteroid flying in space like crazy. They thought, okay, let's see if we can land on it, take some samples, take some pictures, come back to Earth and check the samples. So one thing they are looking for is if they find any organic molecules on the asteroid. If they do, that might explain how those got to Earth. Maybe
DNA?
Earth was
Alien
long time
DNA.
ago hit by an asteroid that had some organic little tiny creatures on it, and maybe that's how life started on Earth. We don't know.
So you're trying to look for animal DNA? Or like alien DNA?
Or people DNA?
Or just organic material.
Or my DNA? I'm alien.
So it's pretty awesome. They landed on the asteroid. The question is, when was the launch? So when did they shoot up these tiny rovers? Was it on today is 22nd, right? Was it on the 20th of September 2018? Or Was it about a year ago in October 2017? Or was it actually
I know the answer.
much before that, in December 2014?
I don't think it was this month because it'll take a while for it to get there.
Okay.
I think it'll maybe be like a year ago.
So
What?
October 2017?
Wait, let me think.
5.
No, don't count them yet. I think that's my answer.
In October 2017. Well, actually,
It was
in December 2014. It took more than 3 years to
that's
reach
true.
the asteroid.
That is
But
quite
won't
true.
it be going really fast?
No, even as fast as it goes, it just won't make it as fast. It takes quite a long time.
Yeah, but it'll be going fast. So if you shoot at one certain spot, it'll go there in 3 years and it'll already be gone.
It'll take them 6 years around.
And the last news about space
Oh, this is mine,
is
right?
a
Wait,
giant
okay.
net that catches garbage,
Cool.
debris in space.
I think I know the answer.
So the European Space Agency had a successful demonstration of how they can catch garbage in space with this net. The target wasn't an actual piece of space junk, but was a small CubeSat satellite measuring 10 by 10 by 20 centimeters.
10.
That was released shortly before the experiment, and then they caught it back with this net.
Cool.
So why are they doing it? How much garbage is floating around in space?
I know the answer.
So they don't even track the tiny ones. They know more or less how many tiny ones are there, but there are actually big chunks of garbage that they track to make sure that when they shoot up a satellite, they're not gonna hit a big flying piece of garbage. So how many space garbage objects does the US Space Surveillance Network currently track?
Oh no.
Is it 1,000? Is it about 1,000? Is it about 5,000? Or is it closer to 20,000?
I know the answer. I know the answer. I know the answer.
I don't think it's 1,000 because that's too little, so I'll say 5,000.
5,000.
Around 5,000.
It's the 20. I think it's the 20.
That's the final answer?
Wait.
I feel like it's a 20,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of garbage. So I'll say 5,000. Around 5,000.
20,000 is my
It's
answer.
closer to 20,000.
What? That's a lot
The
of
US
garbage.
Space Surveillance Network currently tracks some 18,000 objects larger than 10 centimeters.
Knew it. I knew it.
Out of these, only 1,200 are intact operational satellites. The rest is garbage. And in addition to that, there are 750,000 so-called flying bullets, about the size of a centimeter, and even tinier ones like the size of a millimeter. From that, there are 150 million fragments of the junk.
Maybe
Stuff
that's
that
what they're
didn't
doing.
work, stuff that blew up, stuff that we don't use anymore.
But why will they throw it up in space?
It's floating all around in space, and there is a nice little movie about that.
And then it's
But
pie-face time.
We're gonna put it in the show notes. If you care about space and space junk, watch it, because for us now it's time for
The
Pie Face.
Pie.
Yay! Oh, since you got more, you go first.
I already have a faster.
Actually, no, I go first. Okay.
Youngest first. Okay.
I have 3.
Let's move this one this way. Okay, ready?
Oh.
That was the one. It feels like snow.
So I
Wait,
go.
no, did you move it?
How many cranks you have?
4.
I want to spray it. I want to spray it.
Mr. Kamashimon, you're almost out of shaving foam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you guys. That was our show for the week. If you like it, subscribe. We're gonna come back in about a week.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Do, 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 do.